Hello everyone, welcome to another video, and this time we have the GOAT himself, Anakin Skywalker. I do have previous releases that I have not yet opened, and I probably won't, not because of the monetary worth, rather because it's just the only version that I want to keep in box. If you guys have been in the channel for some time now, you guys know that I don't keep any of them in the box. But these two I actually bought for like $10 each about 2 years ago, almost, or maybe just like a year and a half. But I just changed my mind. They just serve as decoration pretty much, but the packaging is nice. So yeah, I did used to have a Clone Wars Anakin Skywalker when I was younger, like you guys can see. This is the version that pretty much everyone had. It was like less than 10 bucks. Decent movement. The only thing you can't do is bend the knees, for example, but still solid figure if you were a little kid. I know other Clone Wars releases were later brought up, but since I wasn't into collecting then, I never really got them. But now we finally have a new version, which is the one that came on the Ahsoka series. So with that said, let's jump into the video. I'll just quickly show you guys what they look like. Nice packaging. Maybe if the mold was better, as in there was movement on the elbows, better movement on the elbows and the knees, I would have probably opened it. But since there's not, you know, there's no reason for me to get them out of the package. This one as well, pretty similar. The only thing is that it's like a burnt version of Anakin Skywalker, of course. But enough of that. So I'll show you guys quickly the new packaging. Right. Always a nice view. Alright, so this is our first look of the figure. Alright, so first, let's check out the weapons. This will be the lightsaber. I think it's a little bit thicker than others that we've seen. And then for the handle, very detailed. And it obviously should fit on the belt. Right. Yep. Okay, so when it comes to the figure itself, it does have a great look. A little detailing on the hair. It also does have the cloth goods, and with very well movement on the legs. There's also very nice movement on the shoulder pads. I mean on the shoulders, which means that the shoulder pads do not limit the movement on top of the arms. I'm a very big fan of that red color. There's also a movement on the torso, very nice. Of course on the knees and the ankles. Although I wish I could say if this figure is way better than the Revenge of the Sith one, the one that came in the TVC packaging. I don't have that one, so I don't know which one is better, but I don't have any complaints for this one. When it comes to holding the saber, of course, no issue. The cloth goods, perfect. Like I mentioned on the video before, when it comes to Jedi being brought into live action, you always know that the figures are gonna be great. I really want to say that he's probably on my top 5 best Jedi toys for the 3.75 inch ones. But like I said, I'm missing a lot of Obi-Wans, for example, a lot of Lukes, and also Anakin from the TVC. So I don't know if I could give it a fair rating, but I do think that even if I've had them, this would be on the top 10 at least. Because say what you want to say, the outfit that Anakin has during the Clone Wars, oof, 10 out of 10. Alright boys, actually my apologies for moving all the stuff around. I had to look at the figure a little bit more closely. Now, I've said it before, you either like a figure or you don't, right? And so when I do these reviews, I try not to be so judgmental or too harsh, because at the end of the day, it's just a figure and most of them are less than 20 bucks, right? So I do want to say this. I'm a very big fan of the maroon color that it has. I also do like that the belt is a little bit loose, right? It's very easy to attach the saber to the belt as well. The look is just very saturated, very aesthetic, right? And the hair, I do like the hair, of course. And what's even better, the cloth goods. I'm always gonna love cloth goods on either clones or Jedi, or even accessories like on Mandalorians, like Boba Fett. Alright, now with that said, I do feel like the lightsaber is a little bit too short. This thing is too short. I do like the thickness of it, but I think it's a little bit too short. This one and previous ones that we've seen have a larger, what do you call it, a hilt, right? I think this one came with a Luke Skywalker, but it's pretty much the same size as the other ones. So yeah, I do feel like it would have been better if the gray part of the saber was a little bit taller, but I don't think it's a big of a deal. And I also do like that it doesn't have this little thing right here. It only comes on this one. That'll be one of the complaints. And the second one and the last one, I wish it would have had like a different face, maybe angrier, or just with just not as happy. Does that make sense? Like I said, either you like a figure or you don't, and I do like this figure, right? With that said, I wish the face would look just a little bit different. And it's not due to the resemblance to Anakin Skywalker. I do like how it looks. It has a good resemblance. I just would have preferred if it wasn't as smiley or as happy. I don't know if you guys can tell what I mean. I do know that there's like a 3-pack, and that one has I think it has like a Sith version, or Anakin being angrier, you know, with the red eyes. So maybe that figure is just 1 point better than this one. But like I said, it's still a good figure, right? I think that if you're like me, if you only got like a previous version from the Clone Wars, of course the Revenge of the Sith ones, I just feel like this is a figure that you should probably get to renew this character, right? Because it is an improvement to the other ones. So I hope I made myself clear there. So at the end of the day, do I recommend this figure? Yes, I do. Do I like this figure? I do. I think it's a figure you should get, especially if this is the outfit that you like. But yeah, with this said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any question about the figure, let me know and I'll respond. And with that said, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Song.